you want some? Do you want some eggs with your bread?
Yes, please.
You hungry?
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to eat when you're this excited. I find it really hard to eat. I know I need to, but oh my gosh, I just can't believe it's the day.
I know.
It's here. See, who wants to eat? Who wants to eat?
I know. I've got packing still to do.
We have a lot of things still to do. I guess we better just start with breakfast.
Good idea.
With all the prep going on today, I'd like to thank Wild Grain for sponsoring today's video. This is the first Bake from Frozen subscription box for sourdough breads, artisanal pastries, and even fresh pastas. With Wild Grain, you can build your own box with whatever options suit your need, customized with your favorite products. My personal favorite is the sourdough bread, which is what I'm going to be making it today. You know how much I love to bake sourdough, but these frozen loaves can be an absolute lifesaver in moments like this. All of Wild Grain's products go from frozen to baked in 25 minutes or less. And as a homemaker, this is like having an ace up your sleeve when you need it. And when you buy from Wild Grain, you're supporting small businesses and responsible sourcing all around the country. Right now, you can get $30 off your first box plus free croissants for life by using the link in the description below. Enjoy. Over 2 years ago, Stuart and I started to think about this trip for our family. And one of the reasons that we really wanted to do it was to just open our children's eyes to the world, that they are a part of the world and that there are different kinds of people everywhere and wonderful people everywhere. And even if you can't understand them or it's a new place to you, there's still so much wonderful community to build and wonderful things to be had. And so because we homeschool and because we work for ourselves, we were able to finally, after a lot of effort, make this trip happen. One of the necessities for this trip was that we be rooted in one place for a significant period of time. That way, we could sort of carry on the pieces of life that we find a lot of comfort in as normal, at the same time, exploring.
Yes. Okay, we just did our first grocery trip because we have a kitchen here in the house where we are staying. And so part of the goal is to just be here and to be able to cook because that's what makes us really happy. And two things happened that I was really happy about. I remembered to bring a euro coin for the shopping carts because you need to put one in. It's chained up. You put a euro in, you can take the cart, and then you get it back when you return the cart. And so we did that, and I figured out finally, after a few failed attempts, how to do the little produce tags. So again, you like put in this number, you weigh your produce, and you put the sticker on yourself. And it's like a silly little thing, but I'm just so happy. It went well. It wasn't a disaster. We have all this really beautiful food to stock our kitchen with. So I'm just happy everybody slept last night and now we have gorgeous, Sicilian citrus to have for snack and breakfast and lunch and wine and wonderful things. So yay. Here we are. Okay, so in here we have some marinated eggplant, prosciutto, and marinated artichokes. We've got a couple of cheeses, a beautiful bread, milk, wine and beer, tomatoes, citrus, kale, bialetti, muy importante, a few missed items. Let's see what else. Granola, tuna, bananas. And then let's see, a few things over here. Toilet paper. Some cookies, some yogurt, some more citrus. So now it's just time to unpack. Turns out here where we are in Umbria, olive oil is very cheap. Butter is not. But I like my eggs and butter, so here we are. I think we are, it looks like we can live here now. There's food. Very important. And toilet paper. Also important.
I delight in homemaking wherever I go, however long I'm there for. When we were in Italy 2 years ago, we traveled with suitcases and hit lots of different wonderful cities, always wondering where we were going to do our laundry. And I remember talking with Dolores after the trip and being so grateful when we were back at home and we could make soup and bake bread and just do our laundry and do these normal things. So in order to make a trip like this happen for our family, I knew it was essential that we could stay normal as a family, do the things that we normally do that ground us.
Well, I was like, where does my sweater go? And here it is.
There it is. Will, were you gonna help him?
I'm putting these clothes.
You're gonna fold those?
Yeah, they're my notes.
Okay.
This means that even though we're here, we are still working, we are still doing our chores, we're still tending to the home, and the kids are still doing school. But one of the most special things has been to show them and to demonstrate to them how you can be a student anywhere. When we recently spent the day in Assisi last week, we went to A Gallo, which is an incredible watercolor store in Assisi, and the kids basically had an art and biology lesson all at once, learning about rocks and minerals and plants and bugs and colors and pigments. And it was such a beautiful reminder why we have worked so hard to homeschool the kids and to keep them students, keep them curious, and ultimately kind of show them how to be lifelong learners, which is what Stuart and I both are. We never stop acquiring information. And so today it was watercolors, tomorrow it will be something completely different. But part of the dream of this trip was just to expand our minds a little bit, to transform into something else, to remind you that you are a citizen of the world, you're a student of the world, and there are so many wonderful corners to explore.
And then
Here you go. You can put it in there.
Yeah, with the palette that I have. Right, yeah, exactly. Just perfect for the brick. Yeah, just the.
That should be good. Do you have your own brushes too? Or no. So you make the
Because we've been out of our normal routine, it's been really fun to see the kids have a lot of extra space to really just let their creativity go. And I think what Stuart has been doing with them with school this week has just been wonderful. Perhaps my favorite part so far has been the shopping. I've been able to walk to the grocery store every few days, sometimes every day, and been able to use our teeny tiny little kitchen here in Umbria to cook, which is exactly what I want to do.
So we had a little bit of stale bread. I didn't realize this, but in Tuscany, it's very traditional that they don't put salt in their bread, and this has, I suppose, different stories of why this is so. But the same thing happens in Umbria, and so that's not what it is. I don't know what that is. This is why it's homemaking day, because it doesn't matter where you are. When you are a group of 6 people, things still happen. You need to clean, you need to stock food, you need to wash towels. Anyway, we have these little stale bits of bread from our last few loaves that we've purchased. And this is still such wonderful bread. This is a sourdough that we get at the local grocery store. It's made with all Umbrian wheat, all sourdough, incredible ingredients. And the loaf was originally about this big, and it cost €3, about $3. Such an incredible price. At home, this would cost us probably $10 to $12 for something similar. So really amazing. Anyway, we got some passata, which is just kind of like a strained tomato sauce. We make this at home. This costs about, what was it, $1.75-ish.
Yeah.
Again, I don't even think I could buy these jars for that much money. But we can take this stale bread with some garlic and some olive oil and put in some passata, and we can make papa al pomodoro, which is like like a bread and tomato soup. So that's what we're gonna do to use up all of our stale bread. We of course came back with some wine, some coffee, some granola. This is a really beautiful chicken. This comes from Tuscany. So we're actually, where we are in Umbria, sort of right on the border. So you see a lot of Tuscan food here as well. A beautiful chicken. We can make soup and we can make broth. I got some citrus, and this is really amazing to me. They have an entire fresh pasta section in the grocery store, and this cost about €3, about $3, and the ingredients are incredible, better than I could really make myself. So why would I make it myself? And it's interesting because I was talking with my tutor a lot. She does not cook. She lives in Venice. And I always tell her that I have to cook because you just can't find these sorts of things where we live. So we got some fresh pasta for some meals. We got some, really incredible, beautiful olive oil, balsamic vinegars. Of course, we have eggs because we eat a lot of eggs, which also is kind of a funny thing here where they'll typically just have coffee and pastry for breakfast, and we have eggs.
Not the Elliots.
Not the Elliots. We need more protein in the morning.
Okay.
Okay, what else did we get? Eggs, some beautiful canned tuna, some more fresh pasta for easy lunches and things, some yogurt. So we are all stocked up now. I found a beautiful tablecloth that was made in Assisi in a store we went into yesterday. So I'm just going to spend some time now. The kids are reading and resting, stocking the kitchen, making it beautiful, setting the table for our dinner tonight, and just getting all the food put away and doing that homemaking piece that we do wherever it is that we go.
I suppose it stands to reason that being a homemaker is universal. And it's a very cliche old saying, but who you are at home is also who you are when you travel. And at home, I delight in setting the table, in cooking food, in teaching the kids, and just exploring flavors and foods and places together. And that's exactly who I am here to, even though it's new flavors, new faces, new places. We are still who we are, and we love what we love. And for the homemaker, I think this is great news, because whether you're in an apartment or a basement or living with your parents or in a brand new house, you are still a homemaker in your heart wherever you go.